Getting started with affirmations can feel a little fake, but the science says they actually work. We'll get into it right after this. What's up, guys? Namo Himalaya. It's Stephan from Shared Reality here, and today we are going to talk about the science behind affirmations and how you can use this knowledge to craft the ideal affirmations for you in this moment. You know, the scientific and medical communities used to think that the brain was relatively unchangeable after childhood, and that the physical structure of the brain was basically permanent once a person reached early adulthood. Now, thanks to advances in modern technology, we know that's not true. The brain is actually constantly creating new neural pathways and changing existing ones in order to adapt to new experiences, absorb new information, and create new memories. This is called neuroplasticity. Our brains are dynamic, and they adapt and change in response to all we think and experience. It's this neuroplasticity that makes affirmations so effective. And affirmations are not only effective, they're enjoyable. fMRI scans have shown that affirmations actually activate the ventral striatum and ventromedial prefrontal cortex, which are the reward centers of the brain. The ones that light up when we eat some dank food, or when we win something, or when we experience any kind of pleasure. So affirmations can't be written off as just some cheesy self-help practice. Affirmations trigger an actual biological response. They're not just empty words. When you tell yourself something over and over again, your mind will begin to believe it, because you're literally reshaping your neural pathways and reprogramming whatever existing belief you hold. The brain likes shortcuts. It uses confirmation bias and established patterns to make quick decisions and conserve energy. It's so busy constantly processing all this data and controlling all the body's functions that it doesn't want to waste too many resources on thought. So instead, the brain jumps to conclusions based on past experience. This often leaves people stuck in a self-fulfilling prophecy. They think a certain way, so they act in a certain way, and then they get a certain result over and over again. Now, with affirmations, we can use this to our advantage by intentionally placing a desirable thought to disrupt our negative patterns and rewire the brain to default to our preferred thoughts and actions. If you say you're afraid of failure to the point that you don't ever try anything new or set any loftier goals for yourself because you're worried that you won't have success, then you won't ever succeed, because your brain will constantly talk you out of new opportunities in order to protect you. With a targeted affirmation, you could change that belief and reprogram that thought pattern, resulting in you taking a different action and hopefully getting a better outcome. If every day for 5 minutes a day you told yourself, each failure brings me one step closer to my inevitable success, enough times to actually rewire those connections in your brain, then the next time the thought of failure arose, it would actually inspire you to action instead of paralyze you from it, because you know that win or lose, taking action will make you one step closer to success. Affirmations are not a one-time practice and then you're done. They need to be affirmed consistently to actually work. The older you are, the more time it will take to reprogram your brain, because you've had more experiences seen through this lens of that belief that you're trying to change, hardwired in. Anyone who's ever been around kids knows that their minds are like little sponges, absorbing facts and information and learning new concepts super fast. To a kid, everything is worth being curious about, worth investigating, worth imagining. This is because as their prefrontal cortex develops, it has a crazy amount of plasticity and ability to form new connections. As we age and go through life's experiences, our mind becomes more fixed, defaulting to the same actions and reinforcing the same beliefs. Then, because you're always left with the same result, you're convinced that this belief is the objective truth, when it's really just your conditioning creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's an easy trap to fall into, and the longer you've been stuck in it, the more time it's gonna take to truly break free. But no matter your age, you are still able to make significant changes to your brain structure, break bad habits, and release limiting beliefs. Whoever coined the phrase, "you can't teach an old dog new tricks," apparently was just a bad teacher. Affirmations have been shown to help people increase their physical activity, decrease stress, to be more optimistic, to elevate their mood, to increase their confidence, and inspire them to take more actions in pursuit of their dreams. So how do we write affirmations in a way that affects real change in our lives? Affirmations should be specific, concise, and actionable. If you're too broad, it won't be as impactful. You want to recognize the specific limiting belief you're trying to overcome and affirm its exact opposite. So you overcome scarcity with abundance, doubt with trust, expectation with gratitude. First, you must identify what is causing the lack vibration. If you're worried about bills piling up, instead of saying, "I'm abundant," say, "I am so grateful my bills are always paid on time and in full, and that I have more than enough money to cover all my wants and needs." Now, that one might not be as concise as you want. It's best to keep an affirmation relatively short so that you can remember it easily and repeat it often. But staying with that example, it does demonstrate how to make an affirmation actionable. "I'm abundant" can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people and can be hard to measure. Whereas paying your bills on time, in full, and always having the buying power for what you want and need is a goal you can clearly visualize and achieve. Also, when you're writing out your affirmations, note which phrasing is more powerful for you. "I am" is usually the most common phrasing that works well for most people, though some do prefer to use "you are" affirmations. If you have a tendency to value other people's opinions over your own, or just have an easier time trusting others' perceptions, you may benefit from "you are" affirmations, at least at the start. And utilizing "you are" affirmations may give you enough confidence and self-belief to start working with "I am" affirmations after that. When you decide to believe in something, and you genuinely believe it, your brain will jump through hoops to make all the facts that you encounter and everything you experience fit into that particular worldview. We normally see this as a bad thing because it has a tendency to cause people to be less open-minded, to jump to conclusions, to perpetuate stereotypes, and to remain ignorant. When we instead practice affirmations and focus our mind not on our fears, but on our dreams and on our potential and on our values that we are affirming, then our brains will get to work finding ways to make these affirmations make sense within reality. It will form new connections that inspire more positive thoughts and motivate you to take new actions and explore new pathways. Affirmations have been proven to help people maintain a high level of self-esteem and sense of self in the face of threats to their identity. Exercising your brain through daily affirmation helps you to keep an open mind and to truly participate in life instead of just reacting to it. I highly recommend crafting some affirmations that speak to you personally and say them out loud daily if it's not already part of your daily routine, already part of your practices. It may be all science, but the results are nothing short of magical. Well guys, I hope you got some benefit out of this video. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you use affirmations in your day-to-day life, what affirmations you found to be most effective, or even just drop a comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from. That's always nice to hear. If you enjoyed this video, or if you learned anything at all from it, please be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little notification button too, because I'm committed to bringing you 3 new videos a week so we can all continue learning, growing, and not only survive, but thrive in 2022 and beyond. Thank you. Love you.